Welcome to Countdown to Kickoff here on Hamilton County TV. Week 4 high school football. This week's matchup pits the 6A number 13 and the coaches poll 11 in the Associated Press Westfield Shamrocks and the Noblesville Millers for the Midland Rail Trophy. Craig Atkins with Perry Williams here on Countdown to Kickoff. And it's a whole slate full of rivalry games, and obviously we're in the second week of games counting in conference play, no matter what conference you're talking about, Perry.
Absolutely. You know, I'm kind of excited about this Noblesville-Westfield rivalry, but a little bit of my football heart, I'd love to be Mount Vernon-New Pal tonight.
Oh, me too, me too.
And they're playing at Mount Vernon. Mm-hmm. The show Mike Kirshner's going to put on tonight is going to be fabulous.
We hope that's the case because obviously New Pal did not play in week 1 because of COVID-19 restrictions. Had a positive test or two before week 1, so they had to cancel their week 1 game. They're 2-0. Mount Vernon 3-0. Huge game. That's probably I think honestly, that's probably the biggest game in the state. Even though you do have other games, you got Center Grove, Ben Davis, Pike Carmel, North Central, Lawrence Central. That's a top 5 matchup tonight in the MIC, Perry.
Yeah,
over at Lawrence North.
There's a good one right down the road here in Fisher Southeastern in the Mud Sox. So.
Yep, Fisher's is at Southeastern. Avon trying to right the ship there, 1-2, and a surprising thing for the Orioles. They go to Brownsburg, who's 4-0, and big one over in Boone County. It's Franklin Central at Zionsville. Both those teams are 1-2, trying to find their first HCCW. And then we'll skip down a little bit. Two teams who are, it's weird to say, they're both trying to find their first win, and Warren Central has started 0-2 in MIC play. Lawrence Central is at Warren Central down at Warrior Stadium. Lawrence Central, the Bears, are 0-3. Warren is 0-2 after they were off the first week as well.
Let's keep in mind, okay, we can't ever forget this, that Center Grove started off last year 0-4, and they ended up in Lucas Oil in November. Yep. Okay, so anything can happen in that mix. Let's talk a little bit, Brad, about the game tonight. One of the things is you know, with David Sharp, the new head coach here at Noblesville, they're running a new offense.
Yeah.
And you know more about that offense than I do. But the one thing that Jake Gilbert made a comment in his interview, our kids have never seen an offense like this. So, you know, that it could be interesting. I mean, that's a great defense Westfield has, but it could be interesting on the adjustments and everything. And I think the Millers, Coach Sharp, as you listened to the interview, said, you know, his kids are getting better and better all the time.
You know, and obviously people look and say, well, week 2, that worked pretty well down at Terre Haute South, winning 50-0 over the South Braves. And it's nothing against Terre Haute South, but it's, you know, a different breed when you're playing teams like Westfield. You're playing teams like Mount Vernon, who's, you know, they're number 3 in 4A, and they're playing against, you know, 5A number 2 this week in New Pal. So it's running an offense. I mean, trying to execute it. They have to get better at this offense, Noblesville does, throughout the season. And it seems like it's going to be situational because you've got completely different defenses. Westfield, stellar defense, and you know, a lot of people are saying that the way Westfield has started after that, you know, thumping they took 56-20 to Cathedral.
But everybody else is taking a thumping to Cathedral.
I mean, they beat Penn at Penn last week up in Osceola 52-7. So I mean,
yeah. So you know, the one thing about it too is, as far as that, the Westfield offense is really clicking right now. I mean, 446 last week total offense. The week before against Harrison, I told Coach he was slipping a little bit because against Harrison, it was total offense was 447. But one thing going in this game, and he realizes that, is that Adam Metzler, our the defensive coordinator for Noblesville, has been at Noblesville as long as Jake Gilbert has at Westfield, okay? So, you know, there's 10 years in there that those guys, so if anybody can figure this defense out, Adam Metzler can, and you talked about it earlier in the game in the rain that was played here.
Yep.
It was a 10-2.
Yeah, and that night a couple years ago was Justin Roden's first of his 2 years, and that defense was stellar. And the biggest thing, when Noblesville's teams don't have a whole lot of offense, they excel at defense and special teams because those are two things that keep them from getting further behind in games. And so hopefully their defense is going to keep Westfield out of the end zone as much as possible. And we'll see what this wing T offense is going to do because, like Coach Gilbert said, they've never seen this type of offense. I mean, you can watch all the Center Grove film you want.
Yeah, but there's different looks, and it's all on technique and timing. And once you get that down, you're good. But one thing before we get started here, I want to remind everybody, we'll be back on the air at 7 o'clock, okay, for this ball game. So we'll take a break here, and we'll be back on the air at 7 o'clock.
On HCTV1.com. And welcome to tonight's broadcast of IHSAA Football Week 4 on Hamilton County TV, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating over 29 years in the business. And also we'd like to thank Noblesville Trophies, Gaylord Electric, Chuck Goodrich, President and CEO, Van Alsdale Farrar, We Are Business Technology Simplified. Also, we've got Church, Hiddle, and Antrim, Jamie Carmesino of Carpenter Realty, Mark Harabrandt for County Commissioner, Hamilton County Reporter, and Deep Blue Computers. I'm Craig Atkins, joined by Perry Williams tonight for the Midland Rail Trophy here, Noblesville and Westfield, live at Beaver Materials Field. And a beautiful night once again for high school football here in Noblesville. And I think we're going to see a pretty good ball game tonight. And like we talked about in Countdown to Kickoff, Perry, it's not raining like it was 2 years ago, but Noblesville's defense 2 years ago right here on this field played stellar defense, holding Westfield to just 2 points in a 10-2 win last time they played here.
Absolutely. And, the one thing about it is this ball game coming in, Westfield Shamrocks is these last two games has a really powerful offense. Total offense last week was 446, and against Harrison it was 447. So they can score points, they can gain yards, and they got a lot of weapons, Craig.
A lot of weapons, especially Mason Peening has quite the first 4 games going. 15 catches, 333 yards, and 4 touchdowns through 4 games. And he's got 2 pretty good quarterbacks that are throwing the ball to him. Maximus Webster, 295 yards and 6 touchdowns through the air. Nick Talley's got 365 and 4 touchdowns. Talley, 28 out of 40 on the season so far. So, and honestly, it's situational there as well for Westfield, where it almost doesn't matter who they've got behind center. They can trust who's tossing that ball to those receivers.
Absolutely, and they got a great running game. Micah Hauser does an outstanding job for Westfield in the backfield, and he's really kind of the heart and the soul of Westfield football, and has been since his freshman year.
And he's just a junior.
Yeah. So you'll see him on both sides of the ball, and he's the leading tackler on the team, and he also is the leading rusher on the team. So, and you got to keep in mind now, Webster can run the football.
Yeah, he's run the football pretty well, and so far he's got 137 yards. Jack Pfeiffer, $154, and Hauser, like Perry said, leading with 209 yards, so a balanced rushing attack. And Peoning, obviously the number 1 receiver, and we'll get to more prior to kickoff, but for now the Marching Millers will present our national anthem here on Patriots Day.
United States of America. Today marks the 19th anniversary of the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks. 3,000 innocent people at the World Trade Center in New York City, the Pentagon, in Washington, D.C., and in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, lost their lives. One of the enduring images from this tragedy was the bravery and heroism shown by Americans that day. Many brave individuals chose to run towards danger instead of running from it in order to save the lives of others. It is in the spirit of these courageous individuals, first responders, firefighters, police officers, military service members, and other exceptional citizens that America recognizes September 11 as Patriot Day. At this time, we ask all active and former first responders, police, fire, EMTs, as well as active and former members of the United States Armed Forces to please wave and be recognized for all that you do for our community and our country. This horrific event touched us all. Let us now pause for a moment of silence to remember the lives lost and to always be mindful of those still grieving their loved ones. Thank you. Out of respect for the victims of 9/11 and as a reminder to never forget, please stand as we honor the United States of America with the playing of our national anthem by our own marching millers under the direction of Jason Crosley, Bethany Robinson, and Eric Thornberry.
Beautiful tribute to in the remembrance of all those that lost their lives and those who fought and tried to save those and went into harm's way instead of ran away from it. 19 years ago today on September 11th, 2001. Just one of those days, Perry, that we're always going to remember and never forget what happened that day.
And remember where you were.
Yes, exactly. I was in college in Muncie in my apartment at Ball State. And true story, one of my roommates, his girlfriend, now wife, she was, I guess, supposed to go fly from Fort Wayne, where she's originally from, fly to New York that morning. So she was supposed to be on one of those flights that was going to go across.
Wow. So
I'm not sure if I think it was going to be at JFK. And so she, he was just running around the apartment at, I forget exactly what time it was, frantic as can be. And he's like, me and our other roommate, we didn't have class till later in the day on that Tuesday. So we wondered what the rumbling was. So we come out and we're just in complete shock, trying to wake up. And all of a sudden we're seeing, New York tumbling down as we know it. And just, unreal. Excuse me.
Well, we had the ceremonial meeting at the midfield now, getting ready to kick off. The Rocks are already on the field.
So it looks like Noblesville will kick off to start the ball game. Westfield to receive. Noblesville kick north to south. That's left to right for you folks here. And
we're getting ready to start, Craig.
Yeah, we're getting ready for week 4 of high school action, Noblesville and Westfield. Like we said, another beautiful night for high school football here in central Indiana. Graydon Addison going to kick off from his own 40 right in the middle of the field. Micah Hauser, and I believe that'll be trying to pick out the far
Penning.
receiver. Yep, that's it's Penning over on the right side, far side, near their goal line. Looks like he's going to swap spots. Hauser will with 85, Ian Brook. And this is going to be a short kick and out of bounds. Going to be caught by Sheppers at number 80. I don't know if Noblesville is trying to onside, if you will, but
well, Heiser and Penning are pretty good back there, deep. So it may have been a plan there to do that, but it certainly gives Westfield a short field on a team that has great offense.
And I obviously, like Noblesville didn't do, I wouldn't want to kick to Hauser or Penning either, because those are speedsters.
Webster
good luck on
at
that.
The quarterback.
Yep, Maximus Webster back there. Hand it off. Actually keeps it this time on first down. Picks up 3 yards up to the 44-yard line on the first play from scrimmage.
Like we said in the beginning, Craig, Webster will run the ball a little bit more than Talley does. Webster's a good runner.
Yeah,
got good speed, 6'3", 225. I mean, he's a load now.
Yep, big boy, and keeps it again. He gets up to, it looks like about the 47, pushing 48. Picks up 4. And he's going to have Peoning here the near side. De Pasquale.
Pasquale's a basketball player. This is his first year out to play football, and he's done a nice job.
And he'll pass it to Peoning. He'll catch it for the first down. Just past the sticks down to the 47, so a 5-yard pickup there by Peoning.
You know, it shows you how good Peoning is. You know, he kind of had that body to keep McNabb from stepping in there and intercepting that pass right there. He had that hip out there to make sure it didn't happen.
Because he knows how good of an athlete over here that Blaine McNabb is. Webster back to pass again and finds his receiver wide open, and down inside the 10 is going to be Reed Sheppers, number 80. And Westfield going to hurry down there, down to the 9, so it's going to be a 38-yard pickup.
They'll want to go quickly, the Shamrocks will. Hauser with his first carry here. Tackled by Stone of the Millers, number
Looks
7.
Like give him no gain for Hauser there. Be second down. He's got Hauser in the pistol, does Webster. He'll keep it himself. Tries to break inside the 5. And touchdown, dives across the goal line, and a minute 50 in, and Westfield has the first 6 points on the board.
Well, they actually moved the ball really. Let's watch the replay here.
Yeah, look how much of
a nice block there by Hauser.
Oh yeah, Hauser and Sheppers both pushed in, bringing that left defensive tackle and end, and a linebacker. So Sullivan coming on now for the
PAT.
This one's high and good, and just like that, Westfield is up 7-0 on Noblesville.
Let's thank one of our sponsors. In fact, one of our new sponsors, Craig, Gaylord Electric, the highest performing national contractor of excellence since 1984. Sorry about that. Gaylord Electric success continues to be built upon a cornerstone of reliable resources, reliable outcomes, reliable insights, fueled with our genuine care for people. Gaylord Electric, along with Chuck Goodrich, President and CEO, are proud sponsors of the Millers. Well, Craig, that was quick.
Very quick, and I think that's what Jake Gilbert intended to do, is to strike quick and kind of catch this Noblesville offense off, or their defense off guard, and get on the board quick, and they did so at the 10-minute, 10-second mark. Not even 2 minutes into the ball game. 7-0 Westfield.
Craig, it's a lot. You know, the one thing about it, the last 2 weeks, Westfield basically just comes out and slaps you right in the mouth. I mean, you know, scoring on that first down, and I mean on the first series, and they got a potent offense. Let's see what the Millers can do on offense. They looked pretty good last week at the beginning, and then Fisher's made some adjustments, but it was a good football game.
Sidewinding kick this time, and this is going to go out of bounds, and going to be a flag. Went out of bounds just before the pylon, so Noblesville should start this drive in good field position at their own 35-yard line. Yeah, and 2 weeks ago, 34-10, Westfield thumping Harrison at home, and then last week, 49-16. Jack Russell and I had the pleasure of seeing that game live at Riverview Health, and just completely taking Zionsville out of any sort of thought that they could get something going, and Zionsville's got a pretty good offense as well.
Yeah, they were the week before, they pounded Lebanon.
Yeah. So this is going to bring the ball up to the 35-yard line. They'll start things on the right hash, and try and finesse something out here. Looks like Jaeger Montarsi and possibly Speak there in the wing tee with Minerding under center. And here comes Noblesville on their first play. Up the middle, looks like Montarsi with the handoff up to the 38. Picked up 3. I was fooled. And that's one thing. I mean, it's not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy to pick these guys up.
You got to
so
give
we'll
it to
make
Minerding.
some mistakes. Bryson Hoover on the tackle. Miller's working a little bit quick here, too.
Yeah, so he's got plenty of time. Does Minerding in case something needs tweaked or if they need to call an audible of who's actually going to get this handoff. So Minerding, something you don't see often anymore in high school football, pro set. Under center, gets up to the 40, pushing the 40, actually about the 41. And that looks like that's Trey Speak, number 28. Picked up 3. That'll make it 3rd and 4. So you may see just like kind of like a balanced attack. This one. And going to be 32, Jaeger.
Fumble? No.
He got up to, looks like the 43, so a 2-yard gain. This brings up 4th and 2 up at the 43-yard line, and they're going to go for it. And they may try and get Westfield to jump here. Plenty of time. Sharp. Barking and signals from the sideline. Minerding. Looking again. I guess the main intent here, they're going to try and get them to jump offside and get a penalty or first down by penalty. Hands it off, and he's going to be
got a short
flag on the far side, false start.
Yeah.
Going to make it 4th and 7 now.
Yeah, they're going to have to punt.
Yeah, and Miller fans are going to have to realize this offense isn't pretty. It's not meant to be pretty, and it's meant to grind it out.
But let's Craig, the one thing about this offense, though, when everything's clicking,
it works.
And it works, man. And there are some gaping holes.
And they found out what it can do in week 2 when they went down to Terre Haute South. And we've got a flag here on the punt. Good end over end and fielded by Hauser, and he is met right away by Blaine McNabb around the 16-yard line, but we'll see what this flag is. We'll see what the call is.
Against the Millers.
Illegal formation, they're calling it.
You're going to bring it back?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to bring it back, and Addison will get to kick another time. Of course,
I'm not really sure that's a good thing.
No, I mean the All-State candidate.
Yeah. I mean he's a very good punter.
Good punter.
He had some boomers last week.
Yeah, he's got a long of 60 on his punts. The longest punt of 60. Averages 44.3, and that's pretty good for a high school punter.
Absolutely.
And last week, Jack and I got the pleasure of seeing, and of course, he's not, the type of kicker that his dad is and was. And actually, now that you see the sign on as we got a timeout called by Noblesville there first.
I think there was a little bit of confusion there. And so Coach called timeout.
Cool.
Let's thank another one of our sponsors. Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating over 29 years. Logan Street Signs and Banners specialize in that last-minute signage and banners. Serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 317-773-7200 or check them out on their website, loganstreetsigns.com. How about Noblesville Trophies, offering a large range of products, including sports trophies and corporate awards. Noblesville Trophies provide you with that same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Contact them at 317-773-7391.
Back to it for 4th and 12. It's going to be another 5-yard booming high kick, and Hauser back there. He's got
a fair catch. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not saying I didn't see him wave it, but of course this post
Yeah, he
might
did.
be in my
he
way.
did wave it. Yeah, he did.
Might have a post in my way, but he had all kinds of, I think, a handful of Millers.
Yeah, McNabb was there again.
Like McNabb and also number 3 in there, Sam Steinhofer. We've got the biplane flyover coming right now.
Yeah.
We had the hot air balloon before the game.
Man, we got it all here, man. This is like one big event here.
So
Webster back there. Back to throw.
And he finds Hauser, and Hauser shakes off a defender, and he gets a first down up across the 40. Picks up 20. Yeah, it looks like 48 for the Millers. Kyle Anderson was not able to, and as soon as Anderson hits him, boom, Hauser spun off. Just like that, a 22-yard pickup on the pitch and catch. So all 3 Westfield first downs by
nice
the
play
passing
right
righty.
there. There's Webster.
Yep,
He's got another first down.
It's like he picked up 11 there down to the 47. He's got 4 carries for 27 yards.
Tolliver on the tackle for the Millers.
Yeah, Westfield trying to make it quick work on offense. As looks like far side, he got Ian Brook and Reed Shepers pinning to the near. De Pasquale and Hauser looking like a wing there. Catches the pass, gets down to about the 40, pushing the 40.
You know, the one thing about Hauser is he doesn't go much east and west. It's north and south, man.
Yep.
I mean,
picked up 6 on that pass play. Webster keeps it himself. He's near a first down, about a yard shy. Looks like they're going to mark him about a yard shy. Picked up 3 there. Bringing up 3rd down and 1. .637 left first quarter. Let's see what the Shamrocks have on 3rd down and short. As we could see the mirrored same play, Peening is over to the short side over there. Twins here to the near. Shepard's in motion. Webster hands it off. Reverse time. Peening coming this side, and Noblesville's defense coming up. And
good job.
Oh, breaks it off, and McNabb couldn't tackle him.
But he lost him down.
Yep, lost him a yard back to the 39 for Peening.
Sharp on the tackle for the Millers.
Good response there by Noblesville's defense as
they read that pretty well.
Yep, linebackers and cornerback Blaine McNabb were here. They all stayed home, and now that faces Westfield with a 4th and 2 at the Noblesville 39.
Westfield doing a lot of shifting and spreading them out.
Trips to the right, and we've got a timeout. Westfield. Coach Gilbert wants to talk about things.
Since the establishment of Church Hill, and Anthem in 1880, our neighbors, community leaders, businesses, and school districts have placed their trust in us to solve their most challenging legal issues. We have a rich history of helping our clients when they need it the most. Give us a call at 317-773-2190.
Looks like early on, Perry, it's Southeastern getting the first lead in the Mudsock as Southeastern leads 7-0 on Fishers. 4:42 left first quarter, courtesy of Hamilton County reporters Richie Hall.
All right, Richie.
So big 4th down and 2 on the Noblesville 30. Actually, I think the ball's not where it should be. Westfield moved it up past the stick at the first down.
Yeah.
So now it is at the 39, not the 37, because obviously that would be a first down. Webster with Hauser in the pistol. Barking out signals. He's got plenty of time. 15 left on the play clock. Trips to the far side. Keeps it himself, and Easy does it on the first down to about the 32-yard line. Easy 7-yard pickup for Webster. You know, something like that, I expected Noblesville to pack the box more than they did.
Yeah, because you pretty well knew he was going to run the ball.
But they also probably didn't want to give up the big play over the top.
Yeah, which they're capable of doing. I
Oh,
mean, they have so many weapons.
Or a screen play to Peening, or Hauser makes moves down inside the 20, 15, 10. Breaks it down. He's down about the 3-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Man, he doesn't give an inch.
Such an athlete is Micah Hauser. Picked up 30. So now they've got 3 first downs, passing and rushing. Webster hands it off, and he kept it himself, and he is just over the goal line and in for a 2-yard touchdown is Webster.
It's Webster's second touchdown. Here it goes. Good fake by Hauser. Webster falls in right behind him and in the end zone for the touchdown.
And Webster adding to his rushing totals. He's got 3 on the year now.
Sullivan in to kick again for Westfield on the PAT.
This one's high, up and good. And just like that, it's Westfield 14, Noblesville 0, 4:53 left here in the first quarter.
The one thing tough about this is, Craig, is with the offense of Miller's run, you got to be really careful. You can't get way behind in a football game. Let's thank another one of our sponsors here, Carpenter Realty and Jamie Carmesino. If you're planning to make a move, why not call a realtor with a hometown experience? Jamie Carmesino has connections and a commitment to the community. She raised 3 Noblesville athletes and is ready to help you with your real estate needs. Looking for a realtor? Call Carmo, 317-490-3735. All right.
Westfield set to kick off from their own 40, up 14-0. Noblesville trying to find some answers on offense here, as they'll have their 3rd offensive series coming up here. Actually, check that 2nd offensive series. Glad you joined us tonight for this beautiful Friday night of football here in week 4 at Noblesville.
Uza Miller's got deep, Craig.
Looks like that's going to be number 34, Jack Snyder. 6-foot sophomore back there by himself in the back row. Somewhat of a short kick. Snyder will get to return this at the 9-yard line. Tries to find room up the middle and gets met by number 34, Carson Voorhees. Kind of got almost stood up there.
He sure did. Well, let's see what the Miller offense can do this time around.
As they'll start this drive, looks like at the 19-yard line.
You know, that left side of the offensive line for the Millers are pretty young. You got Dylan Ray out there at left end. He's a senior, but Decker, Cole, and Ham are all sophomores. So Coach Sharp going with some younger kids.
Up the middle, I believe that was Montarzi. So he comes out that pile. Yep, Montarzi with the carry. Gets up across the 20 to the 21. Picked up a couple.
On that other side of the line is Amler, Page. They're both sophomores. And Jake Long at right guard is a junior. So you know, that outside of Dylan Ray up front, all those are underclassmen.
Up the middle and across the 30, or around the 30-yard line, 9-yard pickup. And that'll get a first down for the Millers.
Big Drew Page threw a great block there. Page, 6'3", 315-pound sophomore, Craig. Millers are big up front.
Picked up 9, did hold Montarzi on that play for a first down. The first for the Millers, this one. Saw who got the handoff, just couldn't see a number.
Yeah, it's really, really tough.
That was Trey Speak.
It looks like Popeye Williams was on the bottom of that pile, but there was a host of players because, you know, they're really tight in there right now, you know, with this offense that they run. They don't play much of the field. They don't spread them out.
They're between the hash, and this is going to be Jordan Sharp getting the snap. And looks like he might have, that might be no gain. There's no Mark Sharp. Brings up 3rd down and 8 at their own 32-yard line, as Sharp didn't gain there.
Dylan Thiemann on the tackle. He's a sophomore, and of course he's a name that has been around the Garrett Catholic.
Yeah.
And then of course his brothers went on to play at Purdue.
That's right. Oh,
wow.
Good play there. Hold Montarzi gets clocked when he gets across the 35 by
guess who
Hauser.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. There's only, make sure that everyone knows there's only one Hauser out there, okay? I mean, because he's everywhere.
I can't imagine if, if he and his brother Kobe would be in high school at the same time. Kobe played on that state championship team a few years ago.
Same type of player.
Yeah, oh, yeah, same type. Only Kobe didn't play much offense. He played more defense. Micah excels on both sides of the ball and special teams.
Yeah. And, you know, then in that touchdown of Webster down there, he was one of the key blocks.
Illegal formation by the Millers, which could be coming from, I mean, you've got backup quarterback Jordan Sharp, and now we've got Jordan Sharp in there as quarterback and
kind of running a wildcat
split here to the near side is Minerding. And plenty of time on the play clock. Sharp in there, the sophomore. He plays some safety on defense. We'll see what he does. And almost didn't find room, and there's going to be a hold.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a hold.
95.
Yep, that was going to be 95 in there. Andrew Page, the right end in there.
Man, Craig, you know the one thing about football is so much different today. I mean, here's Drew Page playing. He's a sophomore, 6'3", 315, playing a defensive end. I mean, it's unbelievable. Fourth down, and Millers are going to have to punt again. Addison gets plenty of work, though.
Yeah, I mean, not saying that it's going to happen the same way, but I mean, if they wind up punting, I mean, it's not the worst thing because that's obviously and a big rush coming on, but he gets a spiral off, and Hauser going to be met. Ooh, called for a fair catch. I think McNabb. You hate to say it, but he may get caught one of these times.
Yeah, because he gets really
light Hauser up.
Yeah, he's in his face.
So Westfield will have the ball. It looks like at their own 37 to start this drive. And let's see if Noblesville's defense can keep Westfield's offense from putting any more points on the scoreboard. 2:22 left here, first quarter. Glad you've joined us tonight. Craig Atkins with Perry Williams. Webster back, screen pass. Gets this one to
Peeming. 15, wasn't it? No, it's 5,
Looks
6.
like that's number 6 now. Was that Cole Ballard or was that? Is it Thaddeus O'Neill? Or was that Cole Ballard, son of former Indianapolis Mayor Greg Ballard? So, yeah, when you have double numbers like that, and one of them's listed as a quarterback and the other's a defensive back, flip a coin on that.
Yeah.
and
he's got 2 or 3. In fact, he's got a couple guys, a receiver and Benji Welsh have the same number too.
Yeah.
And they both play all the time. Uh-oh.
First incompletion there for Webster. 5 out of 6 now.
In the backfield, which is normal for Westfield to give Hauser a little bit of break. So Pfeiffer was in for that last play. I think that Hauser's back in there, though. Got him. Yeah. But you'll see Pfeiffer come in and get a couple carries or so, but he ran Hauser right back out there.
It's going to be a 5-yard mark off offside is the call on Noblesville. So Noblesville already with 4 penalties. Screen pass to Hauser inside the 30, down to the 35. There's a flag. I'm not sure if we're going to get a holding here or what that is. See what that is coming back. So 12-yard pickup, actually, yes, 12-yard pickup down to the 35. But we'll see if this was a hold. Yep, hold on the offense. That's what I was going to assume there.
So they'll repeat the second down here.
So they will
actually be second and 10.
Spot foul. It's going to be back at the line of scrimmage.
That was a good, that's too bad. That was a good screen there. Pfeiffer's in the backfield for Westfield now, along with Webster.
Webster fakes the handoff to Pfeiffer, and pass to Shepard is complete. Down inside the 40, 35, gets down to about the 30. Solid 18-yard pickup. Actually, 22-yard pickup.
Aiden Walker on the tackle for the Millers.
Yeah, it seems like last week, Webster's found himself in there as the number 1 QB, at least at this point. At some point, we may see Nick Talley. Fakes the handoff to Pfeiffer, keeps it himself. He might have gotten to the 29 for a 1-yard pickup. Second and 9, and looks like this will be the final play of the first quarter. 20 seconds left. Clock winding down, so it's a play clock. Looks like Pfeiffer going to dot the guy behind Webster, and
not much there.
Nope, he lost a yard back to the 30, and that'll be the final play of quarter number 1, and Westfield heads to the second quarter with a 14-0 lead over Noblesville here at Beaver Materials Field.
All right, Craig, let's thank another one of our sponsors. As Hamilton County Commissioner, Mark Harebrant has always focused on listening to the community and continuing to lead Hamilton County into even more success. Mark Harebrant is passionate about schools and education and public safety, finding cost-saving solutions for complex challenges, and truly having an open dialogue with residents. Remember, Mark will be on the ballot November 3rd, running for election of Hamilton County Commissioner. So please vote for Mark Harebrant. Mark's one of those good guys that's always supported his community, and we appreciate him supporting us this year as a sponsor for Hamilton County TV football.
Yeah, it's good to see. There's Kayla Cole right there standing in front of us talking to. It's like she's making her rounds tonight. Her brother Blake Cole is sophomore. Like you said, pregame, going to see a lot of playing time. A lot of sophomores on that line playing tonight.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And, of course, their mom was a legend. She's the all-time leading scorer in Noblesville girls basketball history, Courtney Cole. So as we turn the page to quarter number 2, Westfield has the ball 3rd and 10 at Noblesville's 30-yard line. Webster rolls out to the right. He's being chased somewhat, and going to be a throw to the end zone, and it's going to be caught by number 3. That is Jackson Wasserstrom.
Wow, what a nice play here.
Yep. Oh, the beautiful play. Watch this. There's a flag on the play, though. Great decision, and just behind the line of scrimmage.
Right where it should be. I mean,
Jackson Wasserstrom lays out. Surprised he didn't try a one hand, so this is going to come back, unfortunately for Westfield's sake, because that was a beautiful play that he rolling out. It's not the easiest to roll out and throw.
Well, the one thing, too, about it, Craig, for a lineman trying to hold his block, you know, that was a long time. So,
especially when you have defenders coming at you.
Yeah, double D.
Dalton Davis. So that's going to march this ball back. 5-yard penalty will be 3rd down and 15 at the 35.
So instead of a touchdown, the Rocks look at 3rd and 15.
I'd honestly still put that on a highlight film at the end of the season, or if I'm Wasserstrom, that's going on my scout film.
Absolutely, absolutely. Beautiful catch. And a great throw by Webster.
Webster again throws to the air, and missed Sheppers off the hands of Sheppers, and could have been a tip and rip. Zach Blevins was, if he'd have been just behind it, could have caught that, but incomplete. Brings up 4th down and 15 at the 35 of Noblesville.
You know, the size, Webster is a much better runner, but he reminds me a lot of Farrar,
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, that big stature, that big, powerful arm. I mean, he's got a gun on him now.
Webster on 4th and 15, back to pass, is being chased, and that's Alaric Rogers-Walton on him. And incomplete pass, and Westfield turns it over on downs, wakes
Walton
up the
did
Noblesville
a nice
faithful.
job there getting into Webster's face. That Noblesville defense have made some adjustments there and are starting to put a little pressure on Webster. Let's see if they can do something offensively. Westfield 14, Noblesville nothing. 11:37 left to go here in the second quarter.
So Noblesville will start again from their own 35. Looks like Speak, Montarzi, and Yeager back there in the wing tee. Minerding up under center.
So they kind of switch back here.
Looks like Trey Speak finds room up across the 40.
He's fighting.
Yep, they're going to give him forward progress to about the 42, so 7-yard pickup by Speak. And obviously it's not a bad thing when he's the fourth person to carry the ball tonight, and not one of those is the quarterback.
Absolutely.
2nd and 3 at the 42. Yeah, there was early movement up front, and some didn't move on that line. So we'll see what's.
The Millers have had several false starts here on offense. Is that the third one?
I think that's the third one. And the biggest thing with this wing tee is you got to be disciplined on that line.
I mean, it's all about timing.
Oh, yeah. Noblesville 5 penalties for 25 total yards, 2 for 10 yards for Westfield. So now it's 2nd and 8. Minerdink keeps it himself, gets tripped up.
Beautiful tackle there.
By Micah Hauser.
I should have known that.
He was all the way in the backfield, and he chased down Minerdink. Picked up 3, did Connor. Third and 5 at their own 40. All 3 backs checking the wristband. Hand off. Yeager gets up to about the 43, so it's a couple yards shy of the first down.
Charlie Dager, a sophomore for Westfield on the tackle. Injury.
Yep, we got a Miller down, and we'll see number 20, Owen Jones, coming in quickly. So that is a Yeager down on the turf right now.
I hate to see that because he's really been playing some good football.
Yep, he's been running the ball well, playing well overall.
He's a sophomore, too. Another one of those sophomores for the Millers. Well, let's thank another one of our sponsors, Van Alsdahl and Farrar. Van Alsdahl and Farrar is a proud sponsor of Hamilton County Television. Van Alsdahl and Farrar is a 106-year-old Indiana company specializing in information communication, print, and business processes. We are business technology simplified. Craig, another one of our new sponsors. We're really blessed this season to be able to do this, and of course we're broadcasting here at HCTV1.com. Obviously, you know that, or you can go to it on YouTube. But and we're doing it for free.
Yeah, an interesting thing. Different videos that my daughter Ava likes to watch on YouTube. Educational things. She'll be 2.5 this month, and the second thing over to the right of what she likes to watch, Addison punts. Beautiful booming punt. Hauser calls for the fair catch, fumbles it, and he is had down at the 13-yard line where Westfield will take over.
It kind of spinned away a little bit.
Huge play on the ball there by Jason Story, number 10. And our game tonight, a couple days ago, was actually already loaded and ready to go on YouTube. So YouTube and right here on HCTV1.com. Your home for Hamilton County Television football. We also have soccer and volleyball for you.
The Millers go on the road again next week before coming back home. Westfield goes back home and they play Hamilton Southeastern, which will be another big game. But they're all big, and now it's you're in the Hoosier Crossroad Conference.
Yeah, and Westfield's got they've got the prime schedule this year with 6 home games.
Yes.
When it's technically it's your home game. Your home game.
Yeah.
When you play Cathedral.
Yeah.
Cathedral does. If they want to call it a home game, they play near them. When they play at home, they play at Arlington, because the Irish don't have a home field. So Westfield has 6 of their 9 games as home games.
And they got to play 3 in a row at the beginning.
Yeah. Yep, this is their first road test, and it's obviously not that far from home.
No, you don't have to travel far. That was a very unusual game at, Noblesville having to go to Terre Haute South. I can't remember the Millers having to travel that far for a long time, Coach said it was about a 2.5-hour drive down there once,
it's
the traffic and everything.
Close to an
First
hour and a
down.
half driving, especially down the south side of Terre Haute.
Yeah.
2.5 by bus. Up to the 24, that'll move the sticks.
That was Maximum Webster getting the first down there for
5 first downs rushing, 3 by passing for the Shamrocks already. 8:46 left here, first half of play. Westfield up 14-0. Seems like Noblesville's defense playing better by the drive as screen pass. That's going to be De Pasquale.
penalty flag over there.
This one may be a...
I think it might be a hold over there.
Gets up to the 29 for a 5-yard pickup, but yeah, it might be a hold again.
Yep. Hold on Westfield, so that'll back them up. De Pasquale's been a nice addition to the roster this year for the Shamrocks. He's had 10 receptions for 95 yards. So
yeah, they've got some good-sized receivers, 6'2", 198. Peaning, 6'1", 180. You've got Wasserstrom, 6', 170. You saw him lay out for that ball in the end zone that got called back. And then obviously Reed Shepard's 6'2", 190. He's labeled as an H-back, but he's been making moves as a tight end across the middle. That's never a good sign when you get your license plate read over the PA to move your vehicle.
Well, let's see. Rocks have themselves in a little hole here.
Check that. This is going to be back to the 19, so it's a 10-yard. Webster back to pass, and
wide open.
And it's going to be Wasserstrom taken down. Looks like he picked up 11 to the 30.
Sean Tallman on the tackle for the Millers.
After that was and that one, over the head of Shepard. But if he would have come up a little further, we got another flag on the play.
Here.
If he'd have come up a little quicker, that would have been a pick by Story, and he could have been to
another holding penalty.
Yep, holding. And in high school, that's going to be a spot foul.
Yeah.
So this may put Westfield back
deep,
much deeper than they want to be. This would have been 3rd and 4 at the 30. The side judge here to the near side and the official talking to Coach Sharp, and
Coach Sharp's probably trying to help him a little bit here.
They declined the penalty, so it's 4th down. Yeah, I think they had the down and distance marker off across with the chain, so I think they may be confused over there too.
And that's what he was questioning, probably.
That's interesting. We declined that.
Yeah.
That would have brought it back probably at the 19 where it was.
Yeah. I think it's even the call here by Coach Sharp is even confusing.
Yeah, Coach Gilbert's got an earful for the side judge across the way.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that Coach Gilbert's pretty hot about holding.
Well, he couldn't be too mad. Noblesville declined it.
Oh, they're going to take it.
Fishers pushes right back, and looks like they lead Southeastern 9-7 after Fishers shut out the Millers last week in Fishers 21-0. They're up 9-7 just into the second quarter.
So they did turn it around there, Craig.
So that brings up 2nd and 20. So, yes, it is going to be back at the 19-yard line. 2nd and 15 from the 19. Check that. Handoff. Hauser tries to find room, gets up across the 20 to about the 23. Picked up 4.
Mount Vernon 21, New Pal 14 with 8:06 left to go in the first
I tell
half.
you what, Mike Kirshner is going to be he's turning Mount Vernon into
A Ben Davis.
a 4A power.
Yeah, big time.
And
he's quite a motivator.
You know, not because Charlie Spiegel graduated, but New Pal might not be the New Pal we've seen the past few years. And this ball's going to be over the outreached Wasserstrom far side. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down at the 29.
So the Rocks are going to have to punt here.
So that brings on the punt team for Westfield. Looks like back there is number 4, Porter Road, just a freshman, 5'8", 170. I think with the rush that Noblesville's got, I'd be kind of anxious back there. But he's got 3 personal protectors, including big number 79, Cole Grady, 6'3", 295. This one's the end-over-end knuckleball, which will roll dead at the 37-yard line. Good field position for Noblesville, where they will start this drive with 7:03 left in the first half. Big drive for the Noblesville offense. Minerding hands it off. I think that might be Speak. Help Montarzi. Up, they gave that to Yeager. Looks like Chance Yeager's back in there. Good to see when a player goes down that he comes back in.
Absolutely.
Not too far after that. 6.5 left here till halftime. I believe that was Montarzi again. Gets up to about the 43. Picked up 3.
Wasn't much there.
3rd and 5.
Xander Nagan on the tackle for Westfield, the linebacker.
3rd down and 5, just under the midway point. 2nd quarter. Speak, Montarzi, Yeager. Minerding keeps it himself, got up to the 45, where he's a couple yards, 3 yards shy of a first down.
Good tackle by Benji Welch there.
He was kind of sneaky with that.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that was a good thing.
You know, small body of Minerding. He's 6'1", $175. He was able to hide the ball well there. But that brings up 4th and 3 at their own 45. Addison back to punt once again. Booming kick.
Wow,
look at this spiral. Into the end zone about halfway.
Wow, that was quite a punt there.
60-yard punt ties his season high, and a beautiful, that looked like he just took the ball and threw it.
Yeah.
So Westfield will take over at their own 20-yard line with 5:07 left here, first half of play from Noblesville.
Carmel's up 14-7 over Pike with about 9 minutes left to go in the half.
Yeah, and hats off to Pat Echeverria. He's got Pike playing pretty well so far, and they'd only won a couple games in the past couple years.
Yeah.
Screen pass. Oh, this is going to be a flea flicker. And out of the reach of Brooke. That one was thrown by number 6, Cole Ballard, so he's getting some time in there.
Yeah, he's a young sophomore.
Sophomore, yeah. It'll be himself and Nick and actually Webster splitting the duty, so we got a flag on the play. Is it an illegal formation again? Will with the good eyes. I look down and there's a
Coach
flag.
Gilbert's chewing on that official.
Oh.
There.
Illegal forward pass. Loss of down. Interesting.
That is very interesting.
So that's going to bring it from the 20 all the way back to the 11-yard line.
Penalties have really plagued the Rocks these last 2 possessions.
Picked off by Zach Blevins at the 27-yard line.
A big break here for the Millers. That got a couple guys that got another player down out there.
Can't tell who that player is, but Alaric Rogers-Walton helping him up. Looks like that's going to be 93, Joshua Rogers, 5'9", 280. As Zach Blevins.
I think he might have just tweaked an ankle. I think he's going to do it.
So Noblesville takes over at the Westfield 26-yard line. Best field position by either team tonight. So with 5 minutes left first half, Noblesville looking to cut this deficit of 14-0 in half. Hand off inside, looks like Montarzi. He'll be inside, and wheels keep turning down to about the 23. Picks up 3.
Taken down by Popeye Williams, number 2 for Westfield.
5 carries, 21 yards for Montarzi to lead the Millers so far. Picked up a few there. Minor ding. Still 15 left on the play clock. Plenty of time. Halftime will catch some scores and get you up to date once we come back with you live. But I think the Marching Millers are going to entertain the fans. And Yeager gets the handoff, and he is carrying the pile down close to a first down, about 2 yards shy. Picked up 5. Good run there by Yeager.
Real good run. Good blocking by the Millers. I mean, that's what they got to have up front there.
Brings up 3rd and 1. Check that, give him 6. So we'll see who Minor Ding will hand it off to here on 3rd and 1, or if he keeps it himself. Yeager dropped a couple. Back to the 18. I checked that he lost 1.
Popeye Williams and Hauser both in there on the stop on Yeager.
So instead of going for a 35-yard field goal, Noblesville, a 36-yarder, Noblesville going to go for it. 4th and 2 at the 18 of Westfield. Minor ding. And we got a flag in the backfield. Stops the clock. Yep, Noblesville's 6th. 4th false start. 6 penalties, 30 yards total. Graydon Addison coming in. It's going to be a 41-yard field goal attempt right down the middle. Great punter and doesn't see many opportunities to kick a field goal. This one is up and good.
So the Millers are on the board here with 3:01 left to go in the half. Westfield 14, Noblesville 3.
So they didn't quite cut it in half, but Noblesville got points on the board. Something they hadn't done since week 2 when they had that 50-0 win at Terre Haute South. They were shut out themselves last week at Fishers, so got to feel good to get some points back on the scoreboard, Perry.
Absolutely. And it was good to have Garrett Addison hit a field goal there, too. Let's thank another one of our sponsors, Gaylord Electric, the highest performing national contractor of excellence since 1984. Gaylord Electric success continues to be built on their cornerstone of reliable resources, reliable outcomes, reliable insights, fueled by our genuine care for people. Gaylord Electric, along with Chuck Goodrich, President and CEO, are proud to be sponsors of the Millers.
Addison set to kick off from his own 40 again. 3:01 left, first half of play. 14-3, Westfield leading Noblesville. And this is honestly what I expected. I expected defenses to play a big role.
And
another short kick and a fair catch at the 36-yard line. Where the Shamrocks take over.
Yeah, it was Shepard's over there on the catch. Webster back on the field here with Hauser lined up right behind him. Quick pass.
Screenplay, and Peoning he was running up the field without the football technically. Didn't catch the ball. Good
and
play.
Saw McNabb coming.
If I see Blaine McNabb coming, I'm not going to not catch the ball, but good Lord. He's, he's been a force for the past, since his third year playing varsity, and just a kid who makes quite a difference on the Noblesville defense at that corner spot. Incomplete pass. Webster will keep it himself now up across the 40, up near the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 7.
It's probably not a bad idea that, Westfield's really been throwing the ball quite a bit the last 2 series, and they got a good running game, they got to keep them honest, and Webster and Hauser both are very good at the run.
Yeah, Webster leading with 11 carries, Hauser with 4, Pfeiffer just a few carries now, and he'll keep it himself again, and he's met, looks like about a yard shy of the first down, picked up a pair.
Yeah, and hit by a host of Millers.
Yeah. Like we said, up there comes Josh Rogers coming back in, number 93.
It's good to see he's ready to go back in for action.
So it brings up 4th down and 1 at, they're calling it the 44. Actually, it's going to be the 45. 4th and 1. And Webster will keep it again.
He's got it.
Gets up near midfield. He'll be marked down at the 49 for a 5-yard pick. Or a 5-yard carry for the first down.
Blevins on the tackle. But the Rocks get a first down.
So up near midfield at the 49, a minute 44 and counting first half. Twins to both sides, and Hauser in the backfield with Webster. Webster looking for the screen pass, gets it, and Rogers misses the tackle, and Hauser will get down to about the 45-yard line, picks up 6.
Tackle by Seth Stone for the Millers.
6-yard pickup on that screen play to Hauser. A minute 15. I believe was there an injury timeout here? As looks like number 19 for the Millers coming off is Aiden Walker.
He's staggering quite a bit right now.
I think he lives in the neighborhood just to the south of us. They've got the little signs in the front yard.
Yeah.
Lives down the street from us. 2nd and 4. And we've got a timeout, looks like Westfield. Nope, Noblesville. They'll use their second.
Well, I think it's a very critical time right here,
yeah, absolutely.
Craig, to take a timeout and talk about this a little bit, because they don't want to give up this big play with them being back in the game, and it's only a minute 15. Let's thank another one of our sponsors, Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating 29 years. Logan Street Signs and Banners specialize in that last-minute signage and banners. Give them serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 317-773-7200 or check them out on their website, loganstreetsigns.com. Carmel still leads with 4:28 left to go in the half, 14-10 over Pike.
It's like Heights at Northwestern is scoreless up on the northwest side of Kokomo. But both those teams looking for a win. Northwestern 0-3, Heights 0-3 as well. 2nd and 4. Webster back to pass, goes up the sideline and looking for Peoning and incomplete.
Yeah.
Yep, McNabb going to get called for pass interference here.
Yep.
You could say good coverage, but he blanketed Peoning, one of the top receivers in the state, mind you.
I mean, he was a first-team All-State player preseason, so everyone knew about him. I mean, he had a great year last year, so he's a very talented individual.
Kind of like everybody knows about Micah Hauser and what he can do. It's no secret.
Yeah.
Hauser excels at all three facets of the game.
Yeah.
So that penalty is going to bring it from the 45 down to the 30 for a 15-yard penalty, giving Westfield first down at the Noblesville 30. Handoff is to Hauser. Up the middle he goes, and Bruiser up the middle.
Man, he just hit
all the way down to about the 12-yard line.
That acceleration that he had there was unbelievable through that hole.
He just burst through that hole.
Yeah, I mean, it just like a cannon.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 18 of Noblesville. Check that, the 13. And that pass going to be to Wasserstrom, and he dives over the goal line and touchdown for Westfield.
A nice pass there again by Maximum Webster. Here it goes. Here's the play, the replay to Webster. Quick pass over.
Yeah, and Wasserstrom easy does it. 13-yard touchdown catch and
Flag
over the goal line.
Oh, roughing the pass.
Roughing the passer. As Rich Harden, PA announcer, says that will be enforced on the kickoff.
Tally holding for Sullivan for the kick, the PAT here.
Just under a minute left. First half, 20-3 before Sullivan tries to tack on this point after. And this one's up through the middle and good. And with 53.6 seconds left in the half, Westfield 21, Noblesville 3.
All right, let's thank another one of our sponsors. Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies and corporate awards. Noblesville Trophies provides you with that same-day service for the last-minute decisions. Contact them at 317-773-7391 or check them out on their website, noblesvilletrophies.com.
Had my volume up, and it showed Will showing the replay, and I heard me/us. It's like Jim working hard, and I think he's got a volleyball match going on. Nope, just showing. Oh, that's IHSAA TV showing a preview of state finals for volleyball. That'll be at Worthing Arena in Muncie, but so going to be a kickoff from the 45 of Noblesville. So
it's be like a pooch, right?
Should Sullivan just boot this thing through the uprights here?
Yeah, let's see if we can do it. .54 ticks on the clock here. 53.6 before the half. And
that ball's kicked out of the end zone.
Miller's on offense. Minor didn't give it off up the middle.
Looks like that's going to be Jones with his first carry.
Seth Poor on the tackle for Rocks. Third and 2 for the Millers. Minor Ding behind center again. Rocks rushing 4, which they have most of the night here.
And that'll end the first half. Scored halftime, Westfield 21, Noblesville 3. We'll take a break and come back in a little bit with scores and more here on Hamilton County TV.
When medical care is needed, where will you turn? With Community's Connect to Care program, one call or click finds you the closest open appointment. Request a time yourself or let us do it. From a primary care doctor or virtual visit to a med check or community clinic at Walgreens. Just call or click. You can go right to our website or to me. Connect to Care from Community.
For the past several months, I've been my kids' everything.
Their teacher. Library media specialist.
Food service.
Building maintenance.
Nurse.
PE teacher.
But I'm about to get a well-deserved timeout. With my kids back in school, I can do what I do best, be a mom. But it's up to me and you to keep our kids in school. And to do that, we're going to have to show some class. That means checking their temperature in the morning. Anything above 100 degrees means our children need to stay home. We need to lead by example by wearing our masks and modeling good social distancing to our kids. We need to make sure our kids avoid crowds and large gatherings outside of school. That includes slumber parties, playdates, and family reunions. We need to schedule a test for anyone in our family who may be exhibiting signs of COVID. For kids, those symptoms will include fever, fatigue, and a change in taste and smell. And let's be sure to keep our kids home if they're waiting for COVID test results or just feel crummy. So join me in having some class by supporting our educators and keeping our kids in school.
Superheroes come in all shapes and sizes. They don't always meet in an underground fortress. Sometimes they meet in places that appear to be very ordinary to most people. but inside, there are heroes in training. Some are smart, strong, or brave. Maybe they can build cities or heal people when they get hurt. But even superheroes need some help sometimes. With your support, we can change the world. Together, we are a force that can't be defeated. Support the club. Save the world. Support your local superheroes and donate now to the Boys and Girls Club of Noblesville at bgcni.org.
Are you tired of watching your favorite IHSAA broadcasts on your small mobile device? You can now watch them on your TV with new apps for Apple TV, Android TV, Amazon Fire, and Roku. Brought to you by the IHSAA and Blue Frame Technology.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
We're back here live at Beaver Materials Field, Noblesville, Indiana. Halftime, it's Westfield 21, Noblesville 3, and we're going to catch up with some scores and some stats here at half before we start the second half. And quick hit stats from here, Perry, 13 carries, 61 yards for Maximus Webster. Micah Hauser, just 5 carries for 50 yards, and he's been on about every defensive play as well. Webster's 9 of 15 for 131 yards through the air and a touchdown. And let's see, Reed Shepard's 2 catches for 61 yards. Hauser 3 for 34. Wasserstrom with a touchdown catch as well. And catching up with some scores. Looks like Mount Vernon's up 21-14 on New Pal at Mount Vernon.
And Brebuff 12, Guerin 7. With about 1:47 left to go in the second quarter. Of course, here Westfield's leading 21-3 over the Noblesville Millers. Let's see, we got some more scores here.
Update just now from Richie Hall. Southeastern's up 14-9. 7:50 left, third quarter over there at Southeastern for the Mudsock.
Brebuff just scored again, and they're up 18-7 over Guerin with 1:28 left to go in the first half. Norwell 31, Belmont 0. They're in the third quarter. Center Grove 28, Ben Davis nothing in the third quarter. Concord 38. Bishop Luers 0 at the half. And like you said, the score is 14-9 at Southeastern.
Looks like it's Brownsburg 19, Avon 14 at the half over at Brownsburg.
At the half, Kokomo 14, McCutcheon 10. North Central leading Lawrence North 21-7 at the half. Decatur Central 21, Martinsville 7 in the third quarter. Mount Vernon leading 21-14 over New Pal in the third quarter.
And we're getting set for the second half of play. Westfield will kick off right to left, south to north, if you will. Excuse me, to the Millers. As we get set to turn the page to quarter number 3. Craig Atkins with Perry Williams tonight. Glad you've joined us. Will Wofford producing tonight's broadcast. Lucas Licone on the camera tonight.
We want to thank everyone that's tuned in here tonight. We appreciate it. We know that with the COVID and all the rules and regulations that we can't have the crowds we normally have here at the game. So we appreciate both Noblesville and Westfield fans, and plus wherever you're watching from, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Getting ready to kick off. Westfield will kick off to Noblesville.
Sullivan set to kick off from the 40. And it sends this one booming back, and Snyder lets this one go just inside the pylon into the end zone for a touchback. Noblesville starts at their own 20.
Craig, thanks to Brett Partlow from Westfield. The stats on total offense and plays: Westfield 35 plays, 237 yards. Noblesville 19 plays and 54 yards.
And not many glaring stats at all, as Hold Montarzi with looks like 5 carries for 20 yards. Minor Dink back out there under center and the wing tee. Hands it off, and the pile comes forward across the 22.
They're pushing.
Trey Speak on the carry for a couple. Yeah, whether it's the spotter, which is Noblesville boys basketball head coach John Peckinpah, which he's 6'5", he can see a lot, or whoever it is, it's us trying to pick out who is doing what on that Noblesville offense. And in motion speak, and
good pursuit there by
Owen Jones on the
Westfield.
carry.
You haven't called his name very much here tonight. Jones was
Just
big in that game against
Terre Haute South.
Terre Haute South.
Picked up 3 there. His second carry, he's got 8 yards. 3rd down and 5 at the 25. Inside,
jump pass.
Dylan Ray. And this is going to be enough for a first down up to the
absolutely.
31. A 6-yard catch
Big
by
play.
Ray.
The big boy lost his helmet. He's got to come out.
Looks like 95. Andrew Page lost his bucket, so in to replace him for a play is going to be 81. 81 out there, Brandon Howard. Second first down for the Millers, 1 each rushing and passing. And handoff is inside. Looks like that might be Yeager.
Wow, nothing there.
Forward progress, though, gets him a yard. Jones was on the carry. I thought that was Yeager. Picked up 1 to the 32. So it's a quick handoff. Looks like this is Speak up near the 34. Picked up 3. Up to the 35. It's so hard to tell in there in that bunch.
Yeah, it's nice running.
Owen Jones almost broke loose. I think we might have a false start.
Jones starting to see some more carries here in the second half. Must have been some adjustments they made here at halftime. Or just trying to keep fresh legs in there.
Five-yard mark back on the penalty. On the false start. And Minerding back to the 24, loses 6 more.
Popeye Williams blew right in there. Got Minerding on. Millers will punt.
So Addison will be back in there to punt. 4th and 16 on the 24.
The one exciting thing about the Millers in this game right here is punting right now. Addison has 47-yard average right now, 46.
And almost in there for the block would have been Ian Watson, 20. Miller's called timeout.
I wonder what. Church Hidland Anthem. Since the establishment of Church Hidland Anthem in 1880, our neighbors, our community leaders, businesses, and school districts have placed their trust in us to solve their most challenging legal issues. We have a rich history of helping our clients when they need it the most. Give us a call at 317-773-2190. I think it was something that the Millers picked up and saw the blitz coming on that, blocking that punt. And
he was about to get that punt blocked.
Yeah,
if
big
they
time.
Didn't,
if he didn't got that time off quick enough.
So that they've obviously got 8 on the line, two coming off. So So the rush is going to be on.
Big time. They're coming.
Oh, and this one's deflected. Going to be out of bounds. And going to be out of bounds at the 39. So a net punt of 15. Going to kill that average of 46. Oh.
Penalty.
Oh, Sharp not happy about this one. You can tell from the body language. And that punt was deflected. So Addison and the punt team will march back out there.
I'm not sure what the call was.
Well, they're marching it forward, so I'm not sure why Sharp didn't seem so happy. A 5-yard Westfield penalty.
Must have been offsides.
So it makes it 4th and 11 at the 29. Running into the kicker.
Wow,
okay.
I thought it was blocked.
So that's why Graydon got that ball deflected on that kick. So this one's a good snap, and low liner still gets it off. And that down to the 36-yard line. So 35 yards on the punt.
I thought the ball was deflected. I'm not really.
It was deflected on the on the actual kick. So I mean,
they're saying that the defensive player could
ran
have stopped.
Him.
I mean,
yeah. He must not have laid out for it, so that's where the penalty lies. So handoff this time on first down for Westfield.
Mr. Heiser. You know, Craig, he hits that hole so quick, man. When he gets that gap in there, he just explodes.
Skylar Tolliver, number 2 on the stop for Noblesville. Webster keeps himself and barrels up to midfield, picks up 9. They only needed 5.
So first down here.
So he's got 14 carries for 70 yards.
What did Heiser have that first carry?
He had 5 on the first carry and then 9 there for, and he's got more here. 40, 35, 30 spins down inside the 30 to about the 27. So 23 yards on that carry right there.
Wow, that running game is really moving
6
along
carries
right
for 88 yards. Check that, 78 yards. And another Westfield rushing first down. That's their 9th. 7-10 and counting, third quarter. Hauser dotting the I. Webster hands it off to him again. And up the middle he goes, spins, gets across down to the 24-yard line. They'll mark it the 23 for 5. 8 carries, 83 yards.
Touchdown, Christmas Addicts are up 22-12.
Hauser gets the handoff again. Sweep right and gets down close to, looks like they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 22. A hard 2-yard pickup.
Craig, they're just keeping that ball on the ground right now.
Yep, they just want to grind out the clock. Even though he went out of bounds there. So 3rd and 2 at the 21 of Noblesville. And we're going to have
somebody
false start.
False start.
7th penalty for Westfield tonight, 8 for Noblesville. So neither coach got to be happy with those.
Oh, no.
Is that a shot of the moon, Lucas? Makes it 3rd and 8 at the 26 of Noblesville. Little screen pass. Peoning couldn't handle it. Brings up 4th down and 8 at the 26 of the Millers. It looks like that's going to bring out Sean Sullivan and the field goal unit. This is going to be his first field goal attempt of the season. This one's going to be a 43-yard attempt. Tally on the hold on the right hash. This one's going to be good, just over the crossbar. 43-yard field goal. So that makes it Westfield 24, Noblesville 3. Coach Gilbert likes to put more than just he likes to put points on the board. Usually it's touchdowns, but doesn't mind when it's get his kicker out there to get 3 points on the board.
And he's had some great kickers in Westfield in their time over there. And, really, if you make a run in the state tournament, you have to have a pretty good kicking game. I mean,
that's definitely a must.
Mark Harebrant, as a Hamilton County Commissioner, has always focused on listening to the community and continuing to lead Hamilton County into even more success. Mark Harebrant is passionate about schools and education, public safety, finding cost-saving solutions for complex challenges. And I truly have an open dialect with residents. Remember, Mark will be on the November 3rd ballot running for re-election of Hamilton County Commissioner. So please vote for Mark Harebrant.
5:53 left, third quarter. Westfield 24, Noblesville 3. Well, we got a break in the action. We'll see if we can catch up on some other scores in the area. Southeastern now up 21-9, 51 seconds left. Third quarter in the Mudsock over at Southeastern.
So if things keep going the way they're going right now, that's going to be quite the battle over at Riverview Health Stadium next week with Hamilton Southeastern coming to town to play the Westfield Shamrocks. And I'm sure that Coach Gilbert's going to be really concentrating on the penalties, those type of turnovers like that have really been very, very costly in this ball game.
Indeed, and Millers take over on this drive at their own 20-yard line.
Actually, it's cost them a couple scores.
Yeah.
I mean,
especially the one with beautiful, one of the better catches I've seen in a while by Jackson Wasserstrom, man. High snap, Sharp runs it, and
Popeye Williams on the tackle. Now that's where you show the quickness of him. That he got through there, and
And that's where with you got Minerding, a junior, Sharp is a sophomore.
Yeah.
With both of their, they both have speed, and they can make things happen. So I look at some point for coach to branch, and not always branch out and go, not always go with the wing T.
Yeah. Well, you got to realize too that it's going to take a while. I mean, look at all those sophomores on that front line.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a process. Okay, it's not going to happen overnight.
Mm-hmm. People have to be patient with this. And I'll reiterate, seeing it as I was growing up in Elkhart, where Dave Sharp's dad, Bill, coached for over 30 years. Sharp finds room up across the 25 to 30, knocked out of bounds, and there's going to be a late hit. Is that Popeye or Carson Voorhees? One of the two.
I think it may have been Voorhees.
I think it was. He was getting high five. So up to the 31 for the carry. So 7 yards by Sharp for the first down. But there's a late hit. You see it's enough that Sharp's got his headset off.
And that's that's one thing that just really irritates a coach. I mean, very unnecessary.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you honestly, you're coming toward the sideline as a defender. You see the white. And, yeah, it's a lot of momentum when you're coming in as a defender. Yeager up and on his feet and going back to the huddle. Yeah, like I was saying, Noblesville fans, they should be patient. It didn't take an overnight. It didn't happen overnight that, Jimtown went to 6 state finals, 1-4, and were runners-up twice. So this is going to be a 15-yard mark-off up to the 46 from the 31 where Sharp got that first down. So I bet Coach Gilbert's absolutely got to be livid across the way.
Yep, he's going to be hot.
So looks like Sharp's still out there. Minerding looks like he's going to line up split here to the near side as a receiver. Or this might be like a wildcat.
I think it is.
Yep, sure is. And Montarzi gets the snap.
He used that wildcat a little bit last week too, so. Man, it is so tough with this offense to see who's got the ball.
Trey Speak on the carry. He gets down to the 47 of Speak picked up 3 there, so it's 3rd and 4 at the 48 of Westfield. 3.5 to go, 3rd.
Looked like dagger on the tackle for Westfield. I mean, it's so hard to tell in there. Everybody's piled up.
Montarzi carries up to the 44 for a first down. Picked up 4. That's all he needed was 4 for the first down.
You got to admit, they're moving the ball right now.
Yeah. And it's the consistency with this wing T offense you have to have. Or the next series, you just see if you have to punt, you're starting back to square one. Yeah. Minerding gets the handoff from Sharp.
Outside.
Yep, and he gets down to about the 39, picks up 5. 2:50 left, 3rd quarter, and rolling. 24-3, Westfield leading Noblesville. Jones, I checked that Speak. Loses a yard back to the 40.
Kyle Papp on the tackle for Westfield.
Aside from that sack of Minerding in the early part of the 3rd quarter, that's only technically the second, if you will, including that sack, second negative play for the Millers. That ball almost got fumbled.
Fumble. Looks
like Speak lost a couple.
I think he lost the ball a little bit.
Yeah, it looked like he went down and he picked it up really quick.
4th and 8, the Millers are going for it.
Down 3 scores.
I mean, what?
might as well here.
I mean, the more time you can get to run this offense, the better off you are. I mean, it just.
It's all about the repetition of it.
Yeah. We're just going to. The Millers
that Wildcat
fans are going to
again.
have to be patient about it. Throw.
The lefty goes to the air, and Popeye Williams comes in there. There's a flag in the backfield.
That's probably on Popeye, huh?
Yeah, he's the only one back there.
Yeah. Oh, Gilbert's going. Gilbert's chewing. That
holding on the offense declined. Brings up 4th down.
Wow. Gilbert was hot there for a minute. You know, I think he thought it was on him. You know, Popeye's got open a couple times here in this half, this third quarter here, and put some pressure on the Millers.
So turnover on downs at the 42 of Westfield.
I would say that probably Westfield would keep the ball on the ground.
Yeah, with a minute 13 left, third quarter. I mean, Webster, play action fake and rolls out, finds Reed Sheppers, gets up just across midfield. Looks like he picked up, he might have gotten 9 yards.
Oh, fumble. I think Webster's got it.
Yeah, I'll say either way, he lost a couple back to the 49.
I think it looked like, because it never got back to the quarterback, that it might be the center. I mean, he went it off the back of his tail end. Quarter about to run out here.
Yep, Peaning and De Pasquale here, twins to the near side. Hands it off, and first down carry by number 1, Jack Pfeiffer. Gets down to the 46 for a 4-yard pickup.
It's the end of the quarter.
After 3, it's Westfield 24, Noblesville 3.
Carpenter Reelers, Jamie Carmesino. If you're planning to make a move, why not call a realtor with hometown experience? Jamie Carmesino has connections and a commitment to the community. She raised 3 Noblesville athletes and is ready to help you with your real estate needs. Looking for a realtor? Call Carmo, 317-490-3735. Van Osdal and Farrar is proud to sponsor Hamilton County Television. Van Osdal and Farrar is a 160-year-old Indiana company specializing in information, communications, print, and business processes. We are a business technology simplified. All righty here.
As we turn ourselves to quarter number 4, Craig Atkins with Perry Williams. Glad you've joined us here at Beaver Materials Field, whether you're on our website, HCTV1.com, or YouTube. Glad you joined us tonight. Webster back to pass again, and you know, if De Pasquale would have come back for it a little bit,
yeah.
Or looks like Jack Snyder could have had a pick there if he would have made his pursuit on that ball inward more, but incomplete pass nonetheless to start the fourth quarter for Webster. 2nd and 10 at the Noblesville 46. Webster with the option pitch to Jack Pfeiffer inside the 40, 35, down to about the 33-yard line.
That's a good picture. The picture.
Pickup of 12 on the play by Pfeiffer. Fakes it, the handoff, and Webster keeps it himself. And somebody's helmet came off.
Who didn't have a helmet?
We were always told that's your best friend out there. Don't leave him.
Yeah.
Don't let your buddy hit the ground.
Now you have to come out when you.
Yeah, whoever's that was.
93.
All that, and Webster did not pick up a yard. Screen pass. Peoning. It's been quiet. That's his 2nd catch of the night.
Tolliver on the tackle for the Millers.
And we've got a Miller down about the 38-yard line. It's like a pickup of 5 on the play by Peoning, so he's only got 2 catches for 10 yards.
Craig, next week the Millers travel to Zionsville to take on the Eagles, and Westfield is home against Hamilton Southeastern.
Yeah, some big games next week. One of the bigger ones is right here on Hamilton County TV, Southeastern and Westfield.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Michael Kelly fitting in just nice in his first season at the helm of the Royals. And we see number 94, Isaiah Tweehouse. Another big boy, 5'10", 245. Being helped walked off the field by training staff. So 3rd and 5 at the 29 of Noblesville for Westfield. Webster back to pass, throws again, and this ball is off the hands of Wasserstrom in the slant. I think he felt a couple defenders coming at him.
I think you've heard footsteps.
So that brings up 4th down and 5. And why wouldn't you bring out Sullivan for a field goal here? He could probably boot at 46. 4th and 5.
He's going to go for it.
Trying to get Noblesville to jump as Webster. He's got Pfeiffer behind him.
Switch the play.
Webster back in the pocket. Has time. Yep, going to the end zone and going to be McNabb. Ooh, that was about the same coverage as last time. Incomplete. Blake McNabb all over Peoning.
He had his back. I mean, he was facing him all the way. Wow.
So 2 straight turnover on downs, 1 by each team, and Noblesville gets the ball back. They'll be at their own 29 with 10:27 left here in the 4th. Looks like Speak, Montarzi, Minerding obviously out there at quarterback. And I see Yeager as the left end. Speak on the carry, gets stood up there by number 9, Seth Martin. Speak again. And he's going to be met at about the 29-yard line for going back to the line of scrimmage for a 2-yard loss.
That Westfield defense front line just, they were really penetrating deep there, and there was just no space for him. And then you just get a host of players that come rushing in there.
Third down and 10 at the 29.
Beautiful night here tonight, Craig.
Ball snapped over Speak's head, and he's going to be had back there by Popeye Williams. Looks like maybe around the 19-yard line. That's a dangerous thing about the Wildcat. You got 3 different pairs of hands waiting back there.
Yep.
So that gives Speak a 9-yard loss on that play.
Garrison Addison back to get punt one more time here. Another good pie punt.
Beautiful punt, and this one goes
that's
down.
That's going to be a good one.
Oh, this is going to roll inside the 10. Oh, he should have let it go. It was going to go a couple more yards.
Wow.
So,
what a
75 net on that after that bounce.
Woo. Craig, you're on it, man. You're right on the number. That helped. That helped. That helped his average.
Get this. Mount Vernon 28, New Pal 16. They're probably end of the third quarter now. This was 12 minutes ago by our friend Rich Torres at the Greenfield Reporter. Tell you what, it'll be the first loss for Mount Vernon since 2017 in the sectional when they lost to Zionsville.
60-some games. And over 60 games.
Let's see, they went 15-0 the past 2 years. So I think it would be 32.
Is that right?
Believe so. Webster hands it off again to Hauser. Finds room up the middle this time and breaks across the 15, now around the 20 for another Westfield first down.
As the third quarter ends, Carmel's up over Pike 31-16. So the Greyhounds are bouncing back after those 2 big losses. But we knew they would. I mean,
it's Carmel and Coach Ebert.
Yeah, it's not
top notch. This one's going to march back actually after that 8-yard pickup, which would have been a first down. So back to the 6. Holding on the Shamrocks, so that's a 10-yard. The 9th penalty on the Shamrocks, 8 by the Millers. So going into next week, Millers at Zionsville, especially Westfield up, and Webster finds room outside. Blaine McNabb brings him down, he and Alaric Rogers-Walton. This 18-yard line.
First down. He just followed his blocks. I mean, I have to say he was.
Yep. Webster hands it off to Hauser, and across the 20 he goes. Yeah, they'll give him the 24 for a 6-yard pickup.
Once again, Craig, I want to thank all these good fans out there that are watching us on Hamilton County TV. It's certainly a pleasure for us to do this every week, to do football in Hamilton County.
Webster keeps it this time, and he's met by a host of Millers around the 25. It's like 2 yards for Webster, 2 tough yards. It's his 18th carry of the night. He had 17 coming into the night.
Another touchdown by Mount Vernon. They're up 35 to 16.
It's like Kyle Ralph has met his match with Mike Kirshner.
Yeah, but there's been many that have met their match with Mike.
Oh, yeah.
What a run.
Hauser,
here.
a big run across the 40.
Oh, he's still going. He's
Stiff
still
arms,
going.
50, 40, and taken down at about the
He just keeps going.
37, 38 of.
Here's the run. Look at this run.
36 yards there by Hauser.
Hands all over him. He's just a bull, man. He runs with anger.
Got bull in a china shop, and 36 more yards gets him over the century mark on 12 carries. Oh, ball snapped. Webster was surprised, and I'm not sure if he dropped a yard there or what, but the center snapped the ball. I think he was on his own count. No gain there by Webster as he tried to make something out of nothing. Bring up 2nd down and 10 at the Noblesville 38, 4:45 left here of the game. Pfeiffer on the run. He gets to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Tell you what, one thing that Noblesville did on defense, they've done a pretty decent job overall, except for obviously Webster and Hauser have found their carries and yards. But Mason Peening, 2 catches for 10 yards, and he took that reverse for -1 yard, so he's got 3 touches for 9 yards. 3rd down now, Webster rolls out to the right, and he's going to go over the outreached hands of De Pasquale.
There's bodies everywhere out there right now. Webster got hit pretty hard.
Incomplete there. $19 carries for 81 yards so far for Webster.
What do you got for Hauser?
Let's see.
Well, he's over 100 now because of that big long run. It's probably pretty close to 150.
$12 carries, 134. .408 left, and on the punt down to the 11-yard line. Millers take over at the 11.
.408 left here to go in the ball game. Nothing there up the middle.
The pile gets to the 10, and no gain for Jones there. May have been generous there.
Lanning Jr.'s in there now, number 77 for Westfield on that defensive line.
Montarzi finds room, 20, 25, 30. Out of bounds he goes near the 40. A huge pickup by Holden Montarzi. Looks like they'll mark him out of bounds at the 41-yard line, 28-yard pickup.
This is the kind of thing that makes this offense look good.
Yeah, I mean, if they can find openings like that or
and they're
break
there,
it outside, yeah, they're there. It's just finding it, and obviously Westfield's defense up for the challenge that much of defending this offense.
Yeah, and he's got some different players in there now. Popeye's out. And he's got some of his Kyle Byers is in there now. He's a second string defensive end.
False start there on Noblesville, their 9th penalty.
But that's the one good thing you have to do. You got to play some of these players when you get a lead.
And we see a lot of these, like 41, Jonathan Hernandez in there at linebacker for Westfield. You know, you see a bunch of guys who are going to play tomorrow morning over at Westfield on the JV. Hand off this time is going to be Yeager. He finds room up near the 47. They'll mark him at the 48, picks up 10.
Nice pickup there. 2:13 left to go here.
They'll give him 11. Here comes Montarzi. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. 52 yards later, Holden Montarzi. Check that one, mate. Yeah.
See, right there's that hole, and it just good run by Martelzi. And the Millers get a touchdown here. 24-9, 146.
Addison on for the point after, and this one is good. And with 146 left, Westfield 24, Noblesville 10.
Craig, let's go through really quick some of our great sponsors, because we're really blessed to have the sponsors we have. Logan Street Signs, Noblesville Trophies, Gaylord Electric, Chuck Goodrich, President and CEO, Van Osdale and Farrar, We Are Business Technology Simplified, Church Hidden and Anthem, Jamie Carmesino, Carpenter Realtor, Mark Hairbrandt for County Commissioner, Hamilton County Reporter, and Deep Blue Computers. Man, Craig, we couldn't do the things we do here and have the equipment we have and a nice little screen in front of us if it wasn't for our great sponsors. And we really appreciate the people that have stepped up this year and helped us to broadcast all these events that we're broadcasting. Volleyball, and in fact, big volleyball tournament tomorrow at Noblesville. And we do boy and girl soccer, and so a lot of things going on at Hamilton County TV.
Busy.
Lucas and Will, we got to thank them because they do a great job in doing all this. We have all the easy work.
Oh, did they get it?
I think so.
I think Noblesville. Well, wait. And there was Jackson Sloan, but Westfield recovers that. Great idea.
That was a great kick.
Now watch this.
This
You've got
is just perfect here, really.
A kid who makes this an art form. Watch this.
There's the bounce. That's exactly what he wants.
That's what you
to
want
get it
to
in the
do.
air like that.
And you kind of take your foot and it kind of shifts over.
Yeah.
so it gets that, and then he gets that last oomph with that bounce up.
144 here.
Great effort nonetheless.
I would say probably the Rocks are just going to come out here and get a penalty there.
Yeah, is that a penalty? Good Lord. That's a big mark-off.
Yeah, it was.
Is there extracurricular activity there or what?
I guess.
So it looks like now the quarterback in there, it might be Ballard, number 6. Nope, that's number 5. Check it. Colin Lindsay, sophomore as well as Mike Ballard is.
Yeah, I mean, they're loaded with quarterbacks over there. I mean, you know, they got a senior, a junior, and 2 sophomores. Well, going into Zionsville next week, that was that touchdown was a very important touchdown for the Millers here at the end of the ball game. And like we said, that's the way it's supposed to look. A final at Hamilton Southeastern 21, Fishers 9.
Ten carries, 109 yards for Holden Montarzi, and that beautiful 50-yard TD. That's not a good text when your wife texts you from home and says, "I'm pretty sure I hear a snake in the house."
No, it's not.
Oh, and then she says, "Maybe a mouse." I said, "I'll be home soon."
Yeah, you're about Warren Central 40, Lawrence Central 0.
I figured that Warren Central would get off that goose egg snide and get their first win of the year.
Absolutely. Noblesville calls another timeout here. Craig, any last-minute comments so we can get out of here? Let Will head back to Indianapolis.
Just overall a good effort, by the Westfield Shamrocks to they kept this wing tee offensive Noblesville at bay, and this punt almost blocked. This is going to be a sidewinding knuckleball, and Jack Snyder miffed the return, but dives on it.
.11 seconds left to go here in the ball game.
Now it might be a mouse, a snake chasing a mouse.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going home to.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
It's
11 point. Oh, that's interesting. My alma mater, Concord's hosting Wawasee tonight.
Yeah.
The game is suspended in the third quarter, up 21-7. They'll resume tomorrow morning. They blew a transformer.
Oh, really?
In the area around the school.
Wow. That's it.
So the final score this evening: Westfield 24, Noblesville 10. Next week on Hamilton County TV, it's going to be Hamilton Southeastern visiting Westfield as our game of the week. We'll see you next week for Perry Williams and Will Wofford and Lucas Lacone. Jim Wofford back running the mothership back on 10th Street. I'm Craig Atkins. So long, everybody.